Two or more NRM officials arrested over alleged embezzlement. EC tells unregistered residents to keep off LC1 polling stations. And a mysterious white form draws crowds on Nigerian highway. Good morning. Welcome to the latest news on 104.1 Favor FM, presented by Willie Max Okel. On the news now in detail. The police in Amoro district have arrested two National Resistance Movement and NRM officials over allegations of embezzling money meant for facilitating the upcoming LC1 elections. Assistant Superintendent of Police David Nwamudong, the Swa West Regional Police spokesperson, says the suspects are Ojara Geoffrey, the NRM District Secretary for Finance, and Oyet Martin, the Administrative Secretary. He further notes that they are currently detained at Amoro Central Police Station. Police says the arrests follow information from a whistleblower alleging that the district party officials distributed less money than had been allocated to women council leaders in Amoro district during a disbursement exercise held yesterday. The police allege that although the NRM released 60 million shillings to support the election exercise, preliminary investigations indicate that out of 6.3 million shillings earmarked for women council leaders' allowances and transport refunds, about 2.9 million shillings was allegedly diverted. Mudong reveals that during a search, police recovered 1.4 million shillings from the suspects, which has been retained as evidence. He, however, says efforts are ongoing to recover the remaining money. Police have also identified Baguma Wilfred, the Amoro District NRM chairperson, as a person of interest and says efforts to arrest him are underway. Lamek Lambert Akena, the Gulu City Speaker, has urged the community to lend a helping hand to vulnerable orphans. The call was made during the unveiling of a book, In the Eyes of an Orphan, which was written by Prophet Brian Kikezi of Numa Ward Ministries International from Gulu City. Akena says orphans are vulnerable children in northern Uganda, and they face many challenges, including poverty and neglect, among others, which puts their lives at risk. Akena, who was representing the city mayor at the function, applauded Prophet Kagezi for writing this book, adding that Gulu City Council will support all their initiatives in helping orphans and vulnerable children of northern Uganda. Kagezi says he wrote the book from his personal experience after losing both his parents at a young age. He adds that the book, titled In the Eyes of an Orphan, is more than a book because it's a movement which will help to bring healing and transformation to orphans and vulnerable children in Uganda. Kagezi further says that they intend to build 20 youth social centers across the country from where vulnerable children can play games and also learn various skills. He says each center will cost over 14 billion shillings and it will attract between 20,000 to 30,000 children daily. The unveiling of the book also included a panel discussion, a documentary premiere, and book sales, among other activities. In national news, the Electoral Commission has advised that only registered voters will be allowed to participate in the upcoming Village Women's Council and Local Council 1 chairperson elections. Justice Simon Biamakama Mugenyi says the Commission stand in part of the effort to ensure order at the polling stations. Village Women's Council elections will be held today, electing chairperson, vice chairperson, secretary, publicity secretary, and secretary for finance, whereas LC1 chairperson elections will be held on Tuesday. The EC already finalized the compilation of separate voter registers for general village presidents and women's council across 71,214 villages, that is July 6th to 10th, followed by public display for verification, which was done on 13th to 14th of July. Nominations for Village Women's Committee and LC1 chairpersons ran from July 15th to 19th, with complaints now under review. Justice Biabakama Mugenyi appeals for peaceful participation, particularly urging women to turn out strongly for their council election and also voters to choose diligent community servants. It calls on political actors to respect laws, avoid violence, and use legal channels for dispute resolutions. You're listening to the latest news on 104.1 Favor FM, presented by Willie Max Okello. In other news, an urgent investigation has been launched by Nigeria's Environmental Agency after a strange white foamy substance appeared on a major highway, sparking a public spectacle and raising safety concerns. The National Environmental Standards and Regulations Enforcement Agency, NEREA, has warned people to keep their distance from the unidentified substance along the Buzi Kaduna Abuja Expressway, linking the main city in the north to the federal capital. Hundreds of motorists have been stopping to photograph it since it appeared a few days ago, with many sharing images on social media. Some speculated it might be a chemical spill, while others appear to celebrate in the uniqueness of the scene. In sports news, Super Goans Football Club will play Unyama United during a friendly match organized to prepare both teams for next season's 5th Division League. The game will be played at the Unyama United playground on Saturday. Oloch Samuel, the captain of Super Goans, and urges his players to stay focused on the game to help the team prepare for qualification to the 5th Division next season. He notes that some players were not committed enough last season and urges them to increase their efforts in order to improve their performance. Gerald Okello, the captain of Unyama United, says only 2 of their players are injured and urges his teammates to use their advantage for winning the match. Okello adds that Unyama United are unbeaten in the last 3 games and believes the players know what to do on the pitch. Last season, Super Guns finished second last on the table in the 5th Division League. And to end this news is a scripture that is chosen from the book of Ephesians, chapter 1, verse 18, and it says, "Having the eyes of your hearts enlightened, that you may know what is the hope to which he has called you, what are the riches of his glorious inheritance in the saints." That's the news. Mr. Keller will shortly be back here with the announcement. Good morning.